Still running your business on sticky notes? Still serving PTA flyer vibes with free word templates? Still stuck in that comfy little 2013 tech bubble for your business? AI called. It saw your workflow systems and it cried. Guess what? Your brand's in therapy now. Yeah, that comfort zone might be costing you more than you think. The Hello LLC welcomes you to go from chaos to clarity. We've been talking AI since before it was trendy, but now we're showing you how to actually use it. Real business use cases, automation hacks, and AI strategies that scale your brand now and set you up for the future. This is the AI Edge, powered by the Hello LLC. Streaming live every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time from the Hello Plaza, our Metaverse HQ. Yep, join the Metaverse from your phone, laptop, iPad, even Grandma's VR headset if she'll let you use them. Or if you're still holding on, catch us on the crusty, dusty 2D social media platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and X. Either way, press the button, and let's upgrade. From chaos to clarity, let's work smarter, not harder. Buckle up, buttercups, and let's explore the AI edge.
You know, everywhere you look, someone is always yelling about AI. It's either the end of the world or the magic bullet that will fix everything just overnight. But here's the truth. Most of it is just chaos and noise. If you're a business owner, that noise is costing you time, energy, and clarity. And that is why we are here with the AI Edge Show. That is where hype gets shut down, facts get unpacked, and AI becomes something you can actually use to grow your business. From cutting chaos to saving hours to scaling smarter, we've got tactics, tools, and truths that are here to help you guys. So welcome on in. Buckle up, buttercups. Let's get the confusion turned into clarity and put AI to work for you. So howdy doody, buttercups. We're here on another beautiful Tuesday morning, Central Standard Time, 9 a.m. It's so good to see you. Hope you all are having a happy Tuesday. I am here with my amazing significant other co-host and business partner, Mr. David Jones. Say hello.
Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody is doing well and amazing on this wonderful Tuesday, September 16th. OMG, the year is almost over. Buckle up, buttercups. I just remember it was
Fourth
January.
quarter is knocking on the door.
It is here, my friend. So we are so excited to be with you guys all.
We just moved to Bangkok.
That part.
I love it. Well, you know, we're going to jump right on in today, guys. We got a lot of things going on. We are talking about the 7 deadly mistakes killing small businesses and how AI saves you. But before we get into all the goods and the guts and the glory, just kidding. We want to share with you guys, we had an amazing conversation last week where we talked about some of the hot topics in AI and what's going on. Today, we're going to go through and read some news articles, a couple news articles that are around this topic, as well as the AI headlines of what's moving and grooving in the AI news and business. But before we get started on that, we have some upcoming events that I do want to remind you all about. We have Miss Cleo Michael that's coming down the pipeline this Saturday. I'm sorry, not this Saturday. Whoop, I would be jumping 10 days. September 27th. That is Saturday, 11 a.m. We're going to be doing the company you keep, surrounding yourself with a right energy, guys. And that is a great series that she's got going on. We're going to take a little detour here and check this out.
Let's be real. You're not stuck. Just overdue for a reset. I'm Cleo Michael, host and creator of the Set Yourself Free podcast, serving up real talk, amazing guests, and bold perspective. Join me live in the Hello Plaza Metaverse from any device, or catch the 2D version on all social media platforms. No fluff, no filters, just freedom. Set Yourself Free live podcast.
Yeah. So come join us, guys. Cleo will be in the metaverse having this amazing podcast and having the conversation that is impacting all of us. I tell you guys, when she gets up there, I learn something new all the time. And next, We have Miss Leah Garcia, guys, coming down the pipeline on September 25th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are on West Coast time that day, and that's Money Myths and Love Insurance Truth. If you didn't know, September is Life Insurance Month, and so she is going to be talking about the awarenesses of the importance of having life insurance and what you really need. Guys, I tell you, please tune into this conversation because I have shared this with Miss Leah multiple times. But when I was younger, in my 20s, I knew I needed to have life insurance, but I didn't know what the heck life insurance I needed. Now, yeah, you can go ask all these other different people. I walked across the hall and asked my friend who worked for a life insurance agency, like, what am I supposed to be getting at this age? But if you don't know and you need some direction at any point of your age, wherever you are in your life, in your journey, please tune into this conversation. It's really going to be impactful. So again, that is September 25th at 9 a.m. You can join us here. It will be live in the metaverse, and check this on out.
Hey, rock stars! Join me for Wealthy Wednesday with David Jones, CEO of the Hello LLC. I call him Mr. Mic Drop. Let's get real. If you're still rocking an old, crusty, dusty website, you might...
Your bank account called. It's ready for a makeover. Hi, I'm Leah Garcia, and I'm so excited to introduce my new interactive wall of wealth now inside my upgraded Biz NA box. More than a website, it's a full experience into your financial dynasty. By the Hello LLC. This isn't your typical snooze-worthy PDF. It's a fun, interactive financial quiz packed with smart questions that adapt to you, meaning no two people get the same results. Discover your financial fitness score, unlock a personalized roadmap to building tax-free wealth, protect your family, and start creating a dynasty for generations. Why it's different. Turns planning into progress and progress into power. Proven moves for the economy we have, not the one we wish we had. Download today and take the first step toward your dynasty. Wealth without risk from what if to what's next. Let's see where you stand. Take the interactive wall of wealth quiz.
There you go, guys. So you can go out to leahgarcia.io and check that out as well. So, and last but not least, we are going to be doing a podcast next Friday. So not this Friday, but next Friday, the 26th. And we are going to be talking about all things getting naked. And if you don't know what getting naked is, those are where we have real, raw, authentic conversations. It's about getting naked within that conversation. Usually it's talking about experiences that we have had, went through, whether it's through business, through personal life, whatever it is. We talk about all things. Nobody is getting naked physically. And if you are, we can't see you because it's a podcast. So you can do you, boo. And so with that said, we encourage you guys all to jump in there and come check out our other side, which, I mean, we keep it real, raw, and authentic anywhere we go. So with that said, Mr. Jones, I think we're going to jump into the headlines here, but what you want to add in, love bug?
Yeah, as we talk about, the 7 deadliest mistakes killing small businesses and how AI saves you, we really want to be able to talk about these 7, things that really are going to help you guys out throughout your business, because AI is coming. We continue to sound like a broken record. It continues to be the topic. It continues to show up in our life, especially as we live over here in Bangkok. And the other day we were in the store, and literally I was walking, and we've been seeing these little robots, and I finally got a chance to take a picture of it, just as I took a picture of the vacuum when we got to the airport, right? In Bangkok, there was the vacuum. Then they had the waxing machine at another place we were at. And here's another example in the grocery store. When we share with you guys, your job is at jeopardy. They're not going to need people to do salesmanships. They're not going to need customer service. They're not going to need none of these things, because robots are here to be able to really replace us. And I'm not making any not say, or should I say, as Leah says, this isn't rainbows and butterflies. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it raw. And people need to be aware. Just as I shared with my sister over the weekend, I said, hey, love, I said, your job is not going to be here forever. I want you to start looking at alternative ways to bring in some additional income, because this switch is happening. And the last thing I want is for you as a single mother with a kid to be caught with your pants down and you be handed a pink slip and you don't know what to do. And so this is just a friendly reminder for us all that this is really about us retooling, restructuring, and being preventative, right? Other than the, oh, well, no, what's next? When you could have already known the writing is on the wall, especially as the actual report of job report came out where there's 1 million jobs less than there was last March alone. And so if this isn't writing on the wall or, oh shit, I told you so, this is where we continue to share with you guys. It's getting rougher and tougher with this technology because you no longer need all of these people. And here goes a prime example.
So you think it's a game? Robots not taking your job, huh? Look at this.
สินค้าโปรโมชั่นประจำสัปดาห์มาแล้วค่ะ
Look at this.
คุณลูกค้าสนใจ
Robots not taking your job, huh? Look. AI not taking your job, huh? It's smart enough to know I'm standing here. And it's gonna stand here. Look.
So you think it's a game? It's not. And this right here is just one of the many examples of where robots and AI is going to be able to do the same things that you and I do. And as I continue to remind people, there's an entrepreneur mindset and there is a working mindset. And a working mindset would deny, deflect, and be like, oh no, that's never going to happen. It can't be as good as me. And an entrepreneur mindset is going to say cheaper, faster, more reliable, no HR issues, no having to pay or train and do all this nonsense that I'm having to do now. And I'm just here to tell you, you're going to be override because it's cheaper, faster, more reliable. And this is why we share with you guys all, even for us as a company, we have to be able to adapt and retool as AI is easier and faster for people to be able to implement into their business. So we have to stay ahead of the curve, which is why we're sharing with you guys, you have to stay ahead of the curve as well. And so that's so important as we move into today's conversation of the 7 deadly mistakes killing your small business, because you would not believe how many people do not want to implement, AI into their business, which just blows our mind. And so that's what we're going to talk about. This first article that Tara has graciously found for us. This definitely goes along with the topic. And so, love, what's this first article you got for us? Talk to us.
Well, actually, we're going to jump into the news headlines real quick and go do a little rundown of the news.
That's right.
Of the news headlines. So we can what's in the news? So Rolling Stone's parent company, Penske Media Company, sued Google over tech giant AI overviews, arguing it's illegally using publishers' work while hurting traffic. Gotta go see them in the courts. Apple, and guys, guess what? That's a part of what AI is. All this gets shook out and shaken out, and then that's where we get clarity. So this is what's part of it. Apple Senior's AI executive Rob Walker. He's walking. He's reportedly left the company and has previously worked on both Siri and AI web research systems. He's going somewhere else, guys. So let's see where he pops up. OpenAI's new arrangement and agreement with Microsoft will reportedly drop its revenue shares from around 20% to 8% by 2030, saving the company over $50 billion. So again, companies out here utilizing AI and things, making moves, saving money. XAI is reportedly laying off. Look, let's support David and what he was just sharing with you guys.
You ain't got to support me, just support the facts.
That's what I'm saying. XAI is reportedly laying off 500 generalist AI tutors from its data annotation team responsible for training Grok AI. Why? Because they've got Grok to where they want them, and Grok's going to work for them.
Grok is working on itself.
That part. That is exactly what's happening. Google Gemini overtook ChatGPT in the top iOS app in the App Store in the US. So where you download those apps. Gemini overtook ChatGPT after its nano banana image model went viral with people creating their 3D figurines and more. So there you go. Gemini is now the new hot app to download and utilize. China's Tencent has poached Yao Shiryu. I know I did not pronounce that right, so we're just going to keep on moving. A prominent AI researcher to OpenAI to work on integrating AI into their services. So there's another company right there, guys, that is bringing AI into their business. And last but not least, we have Demis Hobbes. He is an AI guru. He is stating that AI demands continual learning. China's brain-like AI runs 100 times faster on its own chips. Creating enterprise-ready sound quality and stable AI 2.5 has launched. And last but not least, Harvard's AI can now help reverse disease in cells. I don't know if you've seen this article. It's an amazing article. That is not the article we're sharing today because it doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about today. But that's maybe something we talk about next week or something, which is where the medical side of this is that the AI is now basically replicating stem cells. So you can go in and it is going in and reversing damage and disease that's in your bodies that is at a cellular structure, which we know. I mean, we started our business 9 years ago now, out in the wellness side. So that we definitely know how that impacts. Mr. Jones, thoughts on those headlines before we jump into this first article?
Well, I think most importantly, this article, talked about, automating day-to-day tasks and time. And that's something that we talked about, especially for those of you that joined us last week on Leah's Wealthy Wednesday, when she shared with us the number one thing that we were able to do for her when building out her website, which is her Biz in a Box, and her being a part of our Pivot membership, where we help her and mentoring her throughout her business, helping her with her social media, helping her with her systems and foundation, and overall just brainstorming of how she's going to be able to target her target audience. And she shared with us last week that we helped her relieve the panic. We got rid of the panic in her day-to-day life. And when she said that, that was so key of how important it is for us all to wake up in the morning, feel relaxed, feel, like the day is already accomplished because you're not waking up in a panic. How many of you had to wake up, clean the house, do this, do that, do this, do that, and you're like, damn, I must get my coffee or get to chill out a little bit or TikTok or, do my normal routine because you're in a panic. And that's how a lot of us are running our business every single day is panicking. And so, and the other thing that this article talked about was, a lot of people just don't know. And I think, that's something that we, and I'll speak for myself, that we expect people to know about AI and how they can implement it into their calendar, how they can implement it into their email, how they can implement it into their business, development. And what we find and what I'm learning, right, is that a lot of people just don't know what AI is. They just think it's Chat GPT and that's cute and adorable and that's it. And it's so much more, as we've talked about the 5 different types of AIs that there is, and people don't know that. And then being able to set up these chat bots is something that it talked about within, this article, that, businesses, especially small businesses, have to be able to implement these chat bots and things of that sort in some of the articles that we talked about. So that's what I got.
Got it. I love it. So we're going to jump into our first article, and go ahead and dive right on in this. So how businesses can capitalize on their artificial intelligence opportunities. This is where we're talking about the 7 deadly mistakes that's killing small businesses, on how AI can save you, right? And so this is where small businesses are beginning to adopt AI to automate repetitive tasks, streamline operations, and improve customer engagement. And that's what Mr. Jones was just talking about. He was just sharing with you guys a summary of this article, which is where, people don't know about these tasks, that they don't know how that AI can save them time, which ultimately equals money, right? They're streamlining operations, improving customer engagements. The enthusiasm is high with the adoption of AI because people view it, many owners and employees view it as a help, not a hinder. That is huge because a lot of times when the adaptation comes into the general market, which is you and I, folks, we're the general market, we are resistant to change. And so usually we're not thrilled about things coming in, especially if there's numbers now that are coming down the pipeline that are showing that AI is taking over jobs and jobs are reducing. And so that's what's going to continue to happen. And it's not going to be massive. It's going to be little by little by little, but all of a sudden we're here, folks. And that's going to be a 3 to 5 year thing. It's happening. AI is being applied to automate customer service, scheduling, data entry. Owners see AI as a growth divider, not a but lack a roadmap to apply it confidently. So that means at the end of the day, guys, people want to use AI, but they don't know how, they don't know what to use. That is why there are businesses like the Hello LLC out there, so we can help guide those companies and those businesses to say, hey, what is your end goal? What are you looking to do? What do you want to automate? What can we automate? What can we not automate at this moment? And what is the cheapest solution that's the most effective? That is where our area of expertise is. So then we can help share with you, guide you, or do it for you. And that is the beauty of it. And that's what people need right now because they want to use it. They just don't know how to use it or implement these systems that are going to work smarter, not harder. Early adapters are already saving significant time and cutting operational costs. We said it in 2020, guys. In 2020, when the world was shut down and everybody was put on their, took us and set, at home doing their thing, we shared with you guys then, operational costs, overhead is being cut. With you not having to be in the office and people now doing remote work, half of the positions that are wanting to go back into the office will not go back in the office because the companies will realize I'm saving overhead, right? So it really comes down to people understanding it's going to be the cost because of the cost of everything right now is so expensive. Guys, when we were in the States in April on our way through, holy heck, David and I couldn't get out of the United States fast enough because of the cost of living. Like we were, oh my gosh, we'd only been gone for 3 years. And the cost of living, like to go get a hamburger at Whataburger, 2 hamburger meals, $30. Like, excuse me? What happened to the $15, $16 for 2 meals, like 2 cheeseburgers, fries, and drinks?
Well, but wait, McDonald's said they're coming back with their big value meal. I saw it on a commercial.
Yeah, because they've already
robbed everybody.
But that's the thing. That is what happened, and this is what makes it so upsetting because this is why people are forced now into figuring out how to be cost effective, not only in your personal life, but your professional life, is because you're trying to maintain jobs. You're trying not to, say you're a small business that has, under
Kids.
10 employees, and you are emotionally connected to these employees and you don't want to be laying off, but times are tough. Guys, guess what? These large corporations have came out and even on the record stated they didn't need to raise prices. They did it because they saw opportunity to raise prices from the pandemic and now all the financial craziness that's happening with the rate cuts possibly happening tomorrow or Thursday, or not. Point being is the limbo that's going on in the financial system right now is then going to move us through, and people needing to make decisions, and decisions come down to, am I going to use AI so I can save money and I can be profitable in my business, or am I going to continue to do it the old way and I'm not profitable?
And I think one of the things with this first article, I think the best way to look at it and how to approach AI is don't start with technology. Start with your problems. What problems are you having in your business that's taking so much of your time that if you don't get done in the day, it's not successful? Is it social media? Is it your emails? Is it your business development? What is, your biggest problem that you tell yourself all the time? Dang, I forgot to do this. Dang, I didn't do that. Dang, I know I should be doing this. and or more importantly, something that you're not doing that you should be doing that you could set up automatically utilizing AI. And I think that's the biggest thing that this article talked about, especially in the next 5 years. AI is going to be woven into your business. And one of the questions that I was probably going to ask on social media is that how long did it take for you to adapt to new technologies? Like, really think about it. Like, when the fax to email came out, how long did it take you to adapt to that? How long did it take for you to adapt to the actual iPhone? How long has it taken you to adapt to, posting on social media? How long has it taken you to adapt to, implementing metaverse? And as we talk about, the metaverse and we go into this, I put together this great little video before we go into the second article. I thought it was funny. A lot of people thought it was funny. So hopefully you think it's funny as well. Here we go.
Question for you. What is an excuse that people use not to join the metaverse? This is at the point where you tell the teacher the dog ate your homework while you haven't visited the metaverse. Or people say it's too hard, or I need special equipment. You don't need nothing. The same crusty, dusty, old ass phone you using now, you watching my bald headed ass on? You can use that right now by pressing 4 buttons. So look, don't be Chucky, okay? Just come and join us in the metaverse. We'll give you some time. Think about it. What you say? Okay, that's enough time. So with those bullshit excuses, Steve Harvey would have walked off stage. You guys know us. We like facts over your feelings. Fact check. So businesses utilizing metaverse will experience 70% increase in engagement. Not to mention by 2030, the metaverse will bring $5 trillion to the economy. So the question is, why would you not be utilizing the metaverse is the better question. This is better than Zoom. This is better than Teams. This is better than any other immersive experience that you could possibly imagine. So my friends, the future's already here. Come and join us in the Hello Plaza Metaverse from your phone, laptop, or iPad. Press the button. Go to thehelloloc.io. Toodle.
Yeah.
And so that right there, folks, is a prime example of, not being able to utilize metaverse, not being able to utilize this AI because it's already here. And the problems that you're having, answering customers, being able to showcase your business, being able to separate yourself, which just blows me away. When I talk to individuals, when I talk to business owners, they always claim the thing, oh, I'm different. I have a different class. I want to separate myself. And it's like, okay, well, hey, here's a way that you can separate yourself. And they're like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. It's like, hold on. You said you were different. You said you want to do something upscale, and you said you want to separate yourself from everybody else. And here it is. And you can be ahead of time. And yet we don't do it because we think our audience or our target audience isn't going to understand it, or people aren't going to know how to get into the metaverse, aka press 4 simple buttons, just as they did when they logged into LinkedIn, just as they did when they logged into TikTok, Twitter, all of these applications. We so downplay our clients or people's technology wise when we got kids that are using iPads better than grown adults. And so this is where we have to be able to get outside of our mindset and really stop utilizing these excuses. But what you got, baby? We're moving on to the second article.
Yes, absolutely. So how ambitious entrepreneurs can use AI to scale their startups by Harvard Business Review. Entrepreneurs are increasingly turning to AI tools to scale faster, compete with larger companies, and sharpen their focus on innovation. Their startups have embraced the AI that are not just surviving, they're thriving by reallocating human efforts to customer experiences and strategy. AI enables lean startups to compete with enterprise-level firms. Tasks like marketing, content creation, and data analysis are being automated. Companies using AI reported higher innovation output and improved customer loyalty. And why does this all matter, guys? Because at the end of the day, Falling behind on innovation is a deadly mistake. This article is proof that AI gives startups and small businesses that corporate level edge, and that's what people need. For so long, we have had, Fortune 500, Fortune 400, Fortune 300 companies, and there's a different level of playing field. And now what's happening is that these systems and these AI tools are going to level the playing field. So that way, at the end of the day, your output can be the same output that a company of 500 employees versus 5 can do, because you're utilizing the same AI tools and systems. Mr. Jones?
Yeah, and especially when reading this second article, it was more so that, as I shared earlier, that came out with the report that the jobs are down 1 million. Of jobs that are available. And so when we talk about innovation, which is what this article talked about, when it talked about efficiency, right? AI has always been used, and we're really getting to the point to where it's in a digital form, to where, the stapler helped us with our job. When we went to, the factory machines that, you press the lever and it would slam on something, that was considered AI at that point. A dolly lifting heavy, stuff to move from one point to another point. At one point, that was AI. Forklifts, elevators, right? All of these things, a calculator was considered, an advancement to helping us with our job. And now it's like, prime example. Think about this. Our cell phone. Our cell phone has our tape recorder, has our recorder, has our boom box, has has our email, has all these components in it, from the past day. That's
internet.
All in the internet, all in that one little customized little box. Now this robot, the AI, all of these things are now in this robot that can do it as well. So it's evolution of how we look at the way that things are going. And look, I mean, we can look at this from the bad, but as I shared from the beginning, this literally gives us all the ability to have an assistant with us, and we get to up our level of our thinking. And whether you have a job, whether you have a business, whether you're a VP, this allows you to have somebody else bounce those ideas off of, such as an generative AI tool, and utilizing some of the other AI tools, and really be knowledgeable about what you're talking about and how you're talking about it. And you're not just guessing, you're not just putting your emotions, you're not just putting your feelings into it. You're really allowed to, construct it in a way where, yeah, if you do want to put in feelings, yeah, you do want to put in all these things, you can do it in a logical, constructive way that will really help you up your game and really communicate a lot better. And that's really what this AI comes down to, is helping us communicate more effectively. Because I can share with you, utilizing this AI, you say one wrong thing, such as an earpiece, and that the AI generative is going to take that earpiece for granted, and it is going to use it like no other, as it has in our pictures. And so this is really where you got to be careful of the words that you use, just like we do with each other. So that's what I got on that second article. I love the fact that you bring up these articles, and even this picture alone, with this with the dog. This right here is an evolution. If you guys haven't been paying attention, they're now coming out with, a new version of a horse where you can ride on these, these robots that are more effective than a horse now. So once again, it's evolution.
Yeah. And it's just, it pushes people outside their boundaries, and that's what happens. I will share with you, and as you were sharing earlier about jobs, and this is just kind of the overall thing, listening to a podcast today talking about this very thing, with the jobs that are cuts that were happening. David was sharing, 1 million from last March to this March. The job rates are down. All of this information is just actual factual numbers. And I saw a TikTok the other day of a young lady. She was mucking out her horse stalls. So if you know anything about that, and she was like, how is AI and that's what she said is, how is AI going to do this for me and take this job over? Because I would love to give this to AI, because she's shoveling, horse poop and, cleaning up the stalls.
She ain't seen these machines.
And that's exactly what I thought was, you're going to have it to a point where there's going to be a robot that can do it, that can on the farm, that's mucking out stalls, filling water, doing these things, that are doing these chores. And it's a lot of times people are like, well, how are you going to have a live animal around a robot? Well, it's adaptability. We adapted. David and I talk about that all the time. We are from the generation where we grew up where technology was just now coming into homes. So we were born in a time where technology was not, not everybody had a computer at home, but everybody had access to a computer, whether it was through the school, the library at school, your friend had one, or at home.
Everybody was playing Oregon Trail.
Everybody was playing Oregon Trail. And that's the thing, is that we learned as our generation, that where we came out from, and that's where the disconnect is to the older generation, is they didn't have that technology that was coming out and ever changing. So that adaptability technology is a little more foreign. It's a little more far-fetched out there, which is why there's that disconnect. And that is just a part of what happens. And that's why we know today these kids coming out and they know AI like that, and they're 2 years old, because of the adaptability of what's going on. And that's going to be what happens as we move through this, with not only implementing AI into our businesses, when AI is taking over, and creating and repositioning and retargeting jobs. It's not that they're taking over jobs, because that's fear language. That's negative fear language. And that's where we have to be mindful that what is really happening is it's retooling and it's repositioning to where we need humans to be doing the other thing instead of doing the mundane tasks. So with that said, I think we're going to take a quick view from our sponsor here and see and check out one of our videos here. But before we do that, guys, I just want to remind you to come check us out in the metaverse. Go to thehellollc.io. You can come watch this live right now before we jump into our next segment, which is going to be David talking about the 7 deadly mistakes that small businesses are making. But before we do that, here we go.
A website that the rate that we make it would be easily $5,000-$10,000. Leah can probably attest to that, because we've been told multiple times you guys should put a 0 at the end of this on what you provide, because it's not just a simple plain Jane website that most people hear. It's a whole entire system that gives you your time back. So I would love for you to share, Leah, how much time have you gotten back from, utilizing our Biz in a Box and being part of our fitness membership?
Yeah, well, I would say time for sure, at least an hour a day, if not more. But even more than that, it's eliminated my panic. Every day I would wake up in a panic, like, okay, I got to get that post out. I got to make sure it's there. I got to make sure I get the right words. I got to try to do this and try to rejigger it. And I don't have that anymore. Now I can wake up, and when I meditate, I can really meditate, because I know that.
Yeah. And so, guys, as I shared earlier, really, if you don't know about our Biz in a Box, our one app, one tap, more than a website, and experience into your business, especially for engagement, especially for creating a different experience, definitely tap into our thehellollc.io and learn more about our Biz in a Box. Definitely come and join us in our Hello Pivot membership, where we can show you, we can teach you, or we can do it for you. Any level that you want to join us on, we can help you. And especially for those of you that don't know how AI can help you within your business, you need some suggestions. Look, you can join us for $27 a month and get a 30-minute consultation with myself or Tara that literally will help you, guide you throughout your business, and will point you in the right direction. For $30, $27, find me somebody else that will give you a 30-minute consultation. They'll build you AI videos every quarter, and you'll get access to over 100 videos of their content and being able to learn how to do it yourself. I want to sign up for that as well. Not only that, we have upper echelon packages as well, where you can get more things done for you, especially those of you that really are serious about your business and really are looking for a way to get ahead of the curve. And this is one of those ways to do that. Ask Leah, ask Chietza, ask Miss Gwen Nash, ask Miss Roberta Pacino, ask so many of our clients that have been with our Pivot membership that they can tell you they are night and day from where they started to where they are now. And that's what we share with people. We want more for you than from you at the end of the day. And this is where we continue to show up with our weekly rooms, our AI Edge, every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time that you guys can share, support, and be a part of. And come get some of the goodies that we want to share. And so as we move forward to the 7 deadliest mistakes, right, that business owners make, here goes the first one that is probably no joke, no surprise, and that's no systems, right? Equals chaos. And manual tasks, that could be, that eat up your time, cause bottlenecks. And that was exactly what Leah talked about. That is exactly what a lot of our clients talked about. And I want to help you guys out, for being here and joining us. Look, go use the tool Zapier. Go use ClickUp. Go use make.com. And if you guys want access to a lot of these AI tools, we're not gatekeeping anything. We just ask you to press the button. Go to our Biz in a Box and get our complimentary AI guide that we have well over 35 tools that you can implement and utilize for your daily life, your business life. But you need to learn how to use AI. I mean, it's kind of like right now, you not learning how to use your phone at the end of the day. You know how you used to share with your parents, hey, this is where the text button is. Hey, this is how you take a picture. Hey, this is where Facebook is. Don't be that person. And a lot of people are about to be that person when it comes to AI. And so make sure that you have systems and you don't create chaos. The number 2, or baby, did you want to say?
Is systems, no chaos. And that's what the thing is. No systems, chaos theory is what people have been running for a long time. It's like, oh, I don't need a system. I'll just have Jenny and Bobby handle that. And Jenny and Bobby get ran over by a beer truck, God forbid. And now you don't have it, there went your system. And so it's putting it into a system.
Yeah. And prime example, like we talked about with Leah the other day, is that please stop listening to people that do not know facts. Okay. It amazed me that last week, somebody that was talking that you guys all well know, this person said, you don't need to have a website. And I'm thinking to myself, I call BS. You not having a website, it's like you not having a door to your house. I don't know about you, but I definitely like a front door on my house to know who's coming in and out. And that was literally the suggestion that they were giving you. Your first impression of your website, 75% of people judge you on your first impression. So you having a website is like, or you not having a website is like you having a restaurant with no menu, right? He talked about colors. You don't need to worry about your colors or your brand. 80% of people recognize your brand colors, and they will repeatedly recognize your brand colors. So you trying to throw things up against the wall, spraying and painting, that's not going to help you. That's kind of like throwing a party and not sending people the address. You then, definitely, he said, don't worry about your logo. You don't need to worry about that. Definitely do not listen to that whatsoever, because 60% of people will avoid a brand without an unappealing logo. And so this, my friends, is where we share with you, be careful who you listen to, because once again, you not having a website is like you not having a door to your actual house that you can lock, you can unlock, you can walk through. That, my friends, is how important a website is for your business. And so as we move to number 2, which goes along with what I just said, outdated marketing strategies, right? Please understand, you don't have a business if you don't talk about your business, and you definitely don't have a business if you're not talking and you're not showcasing your business and being omnipresent on multiple different platforms. Just because you like LinkedIn does not mean all your customers like LinkedIn. Your customers might be on TikTok. Your customers might be on Instagram. Your customers might still be on the old school Facebook Why are you not there is the better question. And so make sure that you're utilizing some of these tools that you can be able to implement, such as HubSpot, such as AdCreative.ai. And look, I'm giving you guys the game. Like I said, go and download our actual AI, complimentary guide that we have. You got anything on number 2, baby?
I just say go get your guide, go get our guide that can help you, and really be able to understand how you not taking action is your own worst enemy.
Facts, right? And which goes into, number 3, ignoring data, right? So many people, such as that individual last week that was sharing with you, don't worry about your website, was just running off emotions. And we run off gut feelings instead of insights, instead of facts. And this is what I was sharing earlier. You can allow your companion AI for you to bounce these ideas off of and really ask, hey, ChatGPT, hey, Gemini, hey, generative AI, is it true for me to tell people that they don't need a website and that doesn't matter? And I'm going to assure you, ChatGPT, Gemini is going to say, yes, you absolutely need a website for your business. Please don't make that comment out loud to people because they're going to look at you crazy. And so stop ignoring the data. Where you can go use tools like ChatGPT, Zoho, right? You can go use Tubula. That's a great visual data storytelling. And so this is where you get to educate yourself because once again, your parents, my parents were not the smartest people on planet Earth. And we grew up with these sayings and this knowledge based off our parents' feelings and what they thought was right. And now that I'm grown, what were you thinking? No, that is absolutely incorrect.
I would say about them ignoring the data is the fact that data at the end of the day is it is the money spot. It is the golden goose because we know right now those who have the most data have the most power. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but I'm just saying data is gold. That is what people are after right now. So you as a business have to understand collecting emails. I watched a gentleman the other day say, I think email marketing's dead because back in like early 2000s, 2001, 2002, I could send an email and it was impactfful. People would actually open it. They would read it. But because email marketing now, 20 years later, 25 years later, everybody's using it. It's saturated. People have stopped opening to read those emails. So it's like, it's not in the data anymore. I'm watching the data decline. My numbers, where I used to be extremely successful, decline over the years. And I've done everything and it's just not there anymore. And so that's him not ignoring the data. That's him who has gained a lot of business through email marketing, recognizing email marketing is not there. And he's got to make a change. And that's why you have to, like David shared earlier, you have to set yourself different. What are you doing different? So.
Yeah. So as we move on to number 4, right? Systems break when you grow. And so, manual processes cannot scale. And this is something that I remember one of our clients said that she, started her business and it blew up and she couldn't handle the business that she was getting. And so she had to literally just shut down. She had to say, I can't take your business anymore. And, that was horrible because she lost all of these clients. She lost all of this reputation because she didn't set up her systems in place. And going back to what this knucklehead said last week, that you don't need a website. What happens when you do start going out there hustling and bustling and talking to people and you get 20, 30 clients and now you don't have no systems, you got no foundation, and now you're ripping and running and now you're just and you're running your head and you're running ragged. So make sure you're utilizing tools such as Salesforce, such as Freshworks AI, such as Pepify AI with workflows and things of that sort. And so, look, you don't even much have to use these things, but go find something similar other than you doing it manually. And I can assure you, as we have, when you find these tools and you get better at using these tools, you're going to be like, ooh, I know there's something else out here. Let me go research and do something better. Please don't get stuck utilizing one tool because you get comfortable, and there's another tool that's out there that you could utilize that's a whole lot better, and it might consolidate 4 or 5 of the tools that you're utilizing in that one tool. And this is where we're really going to hit a big wall, is people sticking with these AI tools that first came out, and they don't pivot to utilizing these next tools, and they stay, and now they're utilizing AI tools that they could be upgrading to take care of all of those things. And I'm saying that out loud. There's probably some things that we're utilizing in our business that we can, dumb down to one, but because of comfort level, because of the ease of knowledge of learning how to use it, we continue to do that. So I'm really talking out loud for myself, as these rooms do, that a lot of people won't share with you, that as they talk, you got to be self-aware as you're talking. Hey, is your ass doing that, or are you just talking that? So I'm calling myself out to the mat on that. You got anything on that, Love?
Well, I would just say, systems, break when you grow. It is, as it shared right there, the manual processes that you have. If, Billy and Jane get ran over by the beer truck, there go your processes, like I said earlier. And us understanding that we've got to build systems in that live forever in your business and can operate even when you are not there. And so that is the importance of these systems. And like you shared, that is why we are in business, is because, guys, when we're constantly making these pivots, we're about to make a pivot into something else, and when I say that is we're bringing some new products to market for you guys. And when we do that within the AI realm, it's always looking at the growth factor. Is this works here, but when this person or us need to grow, will this support this volume, and this volume? What is the growth factor on this? And that's something I take in consideration often, because for a very long time, I did the manual process. And boy, howdy, you get burnt out of doing the manual process after a while. So it's so important to understand why systems are, and especially technology systems that are run automatically for you, are so important.
Yeah. Thanks, Love.
Yeah.
So as we move on to number 5, right? Poor customer experience. Slow response times, dropped leads, no personalization, right? Always be looking out to be able to integrate these types of conversations. And a great way to do that is with AI chatbots, with personalization. And as Tara was sharing this, and as I share this out loud, especially as we talk about chatbots and we talk about, AI, and then of course, Metaverse. If you guys haven't been paying attention, Netflix just came out with this Pop movie that just came out that is all cartoon. It's like the number one AI. It's like the number one movie, the most streaming movie. It's like of all times. And they were just on TV the other day, and it blows my mind that I'm like, hold on, man. This is Metaverse at its finest in a movie. There's avatar characters that people are talking through in an immersive experience. This company got to create all these different aspects of this movie without spending a dime on realistic stuff. And people are not seeing the writing on the wall that it's here. This movie that just came out, and these movies that's been coming out from Pixar movies that you so much love, right? People have been involved in the metaverse and just don't know it. Where you can go in and just imagine you going in and creating your own Pixar movie, where you get to go into a metaverse, you get to go to these different spaces, you get to jump around and talk and engage and have this whole entire experience in the metaverse. And people are like, man, I wish I could do that. And you can, but that's if you press the button at the end of the day, right?
Yeah. Press the button.
Press the button, right? So as we move on to number 6, no innovation, which is probably what I should have shared that one with, right? Falling behind, sticking to old tools while competitors leap ahead. What new tools have you implemented in your business?
That part.
I'm gonna let you think on that, right? What new AI tool, what new program, what is something new that you put into your business, or are you still running it manually and wondering why things aren't working, and you're busting your butt, on day-to-day grind tools on doing things that can be automated for you, which is crazy. And so, I encourage you guys to utilize Claude, utilize Midjourney, utilize Runaway, AI. That once again, our AI guide has all these tools that you could be implementing. What you got on that, love?
I would just say at the end of the day is, the action part. We can sit here and tell you what the 7 deadly sins are. 7 deadly sins.
Mm-hmm.
7 deadly, mistakes that you are making in your business. But if you don't take action on any of this, none of this information is going to do you any good. So you can sit here and listen to us all day, but someone's not going to come save and do it for you. Well, I mean, we will do it for you if you pay us and, hire us to do that for you. But nobody else is going to walk down the street and be like, "Hi, Mr. Jones, do you need me to build you a system? I think I'll do that for you for free." Yeah. No, someone's not going to do that. So we got to understand, you got to show up and take action. We could talk about, you got ChatGPT, Claude, you got Midjourney, you got DALL-E, you got all of these tools. But if you're not utilizing them, you're not coming in to utilize, the power of AI, it ain't doing us no good.
You'd be amazed of how many people won't go and download a free complimentary guide that has all these AI tools, and will be the same people that will go on somebody else's live show or go and talk to somebody else and be like, "I don't understand this AI. It's just so difficult for me to understand." It's like, hold on, you just were given the opportunity to download an AI guide and you didn't go and press the button to get it. And now you're sitting on somebody else's stage complaining and whining, talking about you don't get it, or talking trash about something you don't understand that it could help you out. And you're downplaying it and feeding other people your fear, your doubt, and you're not even taking action. You're not even knowledgeable. And now that energy, now that vibration spreads throughout other people. And now they have that same mentality. And that's exactly, where we talk about, mistake number 7, burnout from doing it alone. Mm-hmm. So many people try to do these things on their own, and they try to wear every hat, and they try to exclude themselves, and they end up making mistakes. And then they end up costing themselves, their business or their relationship or their livelihood, because they got burnt out, because they didn't go and ask for help, because scared money don't make money. It amazes me that people talk about, "Oh, I can't go travel the world. Oh, I can't, David and Tara, I could never go to Thailand. I could never go here." Bullshit. You want me to help you out? How much money are you spending on the weekend on bullshit, on food, on drinks, on unnecessary stuff? I guarantee you, no matter what, you put, 3 weekends up, 4 weekends up, hell, 10 weekends up, I guarantee you could travel around the world and do what you want to do. It's up to you if you want to do it, and take the action to do it, just as it is in all aspects of our life, that we sell ourselves these excuses and these reasons why we don't do things. And, at some point, it gets to the point where you really got to look in the mirror and ask yourself, are you full of shit? Right? Are you still talking all of this noise, and you're not doing what you say you're going to do? Because that's really where you got to come to roost, or should I say, where the roosters come to hatch, whatever that damn saying is.
Where the roosters come to roost.
Yeah, where the roosters come to roost.
Where the chickens come to roost.
Thank you, my country bumpkin.
You got it.
But
Yeehaw!
This is where you gotta look yourself in the mirror and say, "Hey, am I really doing the things that I talk about, or am I just talking these things and not doing it?" And so you can talk or you can walk. I can assure you, regret weighs a whole lot more than action, and it definitely weighs a whole lot more than your fear that a lot of us run around with. So that, my friends, is your 7 mistakes, and that is just a repeat. The 7 deadliest mistakes: number 1, no systems; number 2, outdated marketing strategies; number 3, ignoring data; number 4, systems that break when you grow; number 5, poor customer service, poor customer experience; number 6, no innovation, falling behind; number 7, burnout from doing it all alone. And so that, my friends, is definitely where, if you have any issues, any problems with those, I know a place that you can go. It's called the Hello LLC, to be able to help you get over the hump and get things rocking and rolling.
I love it. It was a great conversation today. I hope there was a lot of information in there. I hope you guys were able to pull some of those nuggets out. And really, guys, just if you don't know where to start, if you're completely clueless, we have a 30-minute free discovery call. Jump on the phone. Get on the phone with us and say, hey, this is the business I have. This is what I'm looking to do. I need help. Can you point me in the direction of that? That's literally the conversation that we have every day with people. And sometimes it's a help, and sometimes it's a, yep, we can, and sometimes it's a nope, that's not in our bailiwick. And the beautiful thing about it is, at the end of the day, we are...
It's a no if you say no.
That part. And I think at the end of the day, people have to understand that in order to get ahead in life, your business, you've got to get outside of the box. And so if you have, grown up with an employee mindset or other mindsets that, where you were, well, I'm going to tell you right now, each and every one of you that are listening has an employee mindset. Why do I share that with you? Because you went through the education system in the United States. Period. Point blank, done. Unless you were
Would you share the other day of education while they did cursive
writing? I fell in a little rabbit hole of like these little history, why do you do things? And one of the things that they shared is cursive writing. The reason why we were taught cursive was because it was easier to train us with eye-hand coordination movement, so we would be better factory workers. That way our eye-hand coordination was on target, because as a factory worker, that's what it's about, is your eye-hand coordination. You're usually doing a repetitive task over and over and over again. So cursive was meant to teach you how to be steady and fluid and not raise your pen or pencil off of the paper. Teach that fluid motion and be steady. And that's what it was. That's why they no longer teach it, because you don't have a nation of factory workers. And this was what they trained us on. There's a lot of things in our school system that really will point back to those things. And so that's why I say everybody here has an employee mindset, because you were trained that way from K to 12th grade. Kindergarten to your senior year, and if you went to higher education, it was just more. So those are impactful things to know and understand that, yes, you might be an entrepreneur. You might be like, I hated being an employee. Wonderful. You are, the few. But there's so many people, and this is a part of the conversation I was listening to my podcast today, was that there's so many people that find comfort in being an employee. And like David shared with his sister over the weekend, be sure you guys are planning ahead. 3 to 5 years from now, we are going to be where AI is taking over the majority of positions and is reallocated humans into the positions that they need to be focusing on, which means that it is going to narrow down the job, market. And so this is where you have to retool yourself. No longer are you going to be that, being able to fry. You're not now. I mean, there are full-on restaurants that, McDonald's and all that are AI and robot operated. So it's already happening. So don't be naive, guys. Be out there, be aware, and do the investigative work, or come talk to us and figure out how you can help yourself, or you can learn to retool your current tool set, so that way you're not getting left behind. But with that said, Mr. Jones, what do we want to say on the exit of this beautiful, amazing conversation we've had today?
Well, I would just encourage you guys all, look, we can talk about this till we're blue in the face, like Tara said, but it's up to you at the end of the day. And, something I shared on live earlier today is that, motivation comes from you. Discipline comes from you. All of the things that we talk about and we use, authenticity, integrity, all those things aren't external things. Those are internal things that you have to create. You have to bring about, and it's tough. It's not easy. Please believe that. We can talk about these things day, night, afternoon, morning, sunset, sundown, but you actually have to do them. You got to be consistent at doing them and being disciplined at doing them, because discipline will always outweigh motivation. Any day, anytime, fight me, let's go. And so I encourage you guys to stay disciplined in your daily routines, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. So be encouraged to learn new things. Be willing to, listen to podcasts. Be willing to, listen to all of our AI shows. Go back and listen to the hundreds of shows that we've been doing over the last 9 years. I mean, people just don't know how long we've been in the game, sharing this information and continuously showing up and being consistent. I was sharing with Tara earlier, when we first got on social media, just this year alone, especially on LinkedIn, there's several people that, were here that aren't here anymore. And that we listened to that, and that, told us and said all the great things, but they ain't here no more. And so just be careful who you listen to and how that vibration and that energy plays off to you, because a lot of the times we allow people lead us down the wrong path, and it doesn't serve us well, especially if we're so gullible, listening to people and not going and doing the research, not going and taking action so you can create your own experience and you can have your own, story or opinion after doing the work, not just living your life through somebody else that's done it and you hearing what they said and you regurgitate the wrong shit that they said, and then you have an idea that you now spread to somebody else. So that's what I got to say as we end this bad boy.
Well, that was a great way to end it. I love
being
it.
Sarcastic?
No, I was just saying there's nothing more that needs to be said. It was a great way to end it. There's it's the cherry on the top.
Yeah.
If you get too many cherries on top, then it's over.
It's just too many cherries.
Too many cherries.
And so with that being said, guys, you guys know the drill. Love,
kindness,
integrity,
but most importantly,
commitment
and
consistency.
And until next time,
toodles.
Hasta luego. Swatika.
Are you an innovative entrepreneur or business owner ready to embrace the future of business transformation?
The world is evolving at an unprecedented pace, and it's crucial to adapt and pivot towards success in this dynamic landscape. At the Hello LLC, we are dedicated to guiding you through this transformative journey, offering a comprehensive suite of services that extend beyond the metaverse and 3D immersive experiences.
Our mission is to empower businesses and brands by assisting them in building, branding, systemizing, and automating their operations. We specialize in steering businesses from a two-dimensional existence to a thriving three-dimensional presence, where opportunities abound.
We help businesses harness the power of technology to work smarter, not harder, enabling them to operate efficiently and stay ahead of the curve. Our diverse range of services includes:
Our Biz in a Box is a complete business solution package designed to jumpstart your entrepreneurial journey. From strategic planning to digital infrastructure, we've got you covered. Your one app, one tap solution.
Our Motion Work AI videos transform your brand storytelling with our cutting-edge AI-driven video production, captivating your audience like never before.
Our 3D VR environments will step you into the future of immersive experiences. With our custom 3D virtual reality environments that engage and captivate your customers.
Lastly, in our Pivot membership program, we offer tailored guidance and support to either show you, teach you, or take care of the transformation process for you.
According to a 2023 study by Fundera, a staggering 28% of small businesses in the United States do not have an online presence. This statistic underscores the importance of embracing digital transformation. Having a website is more than just an online presence, it's a gateway to unlocking numerous benefits, including reaching a broader audience, showcasing your products or services, generating leads and sales, establishing trust, providing customer support, and maintaining competitiveness within your industry.
The Hello LLC is committed to helping you excel in all these aspects of modern business, not just limited to the metaverse alone.
Why should you choose the Hello LLC to navigate this transformational journey?
By partnering with us and harnessing cutting-edge technology, you can provide immersive experiences for your customers, expand your global reach, reduce operational costs, and enhance brand recognition, all while working with a company that holds integrity in high regard. Our commitment to ethical and principled business practices ensures that your journey towards success is not only innovative, it is also firmly rooted in trust and transparency.
Don't wait. Take the first step towards a brighter business future. Contact us today to explore how we can support you in developing a remarkable digital presence and immersive experience that will leave a lasting impression.